Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Walker to start the drive. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Faking the handoff. Howell rolling to his left. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Steelers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second down throw for Howell. And incomplete on the deep ball. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Howell. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And once more, Howell back to the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They find some open field here. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Howell throwing on first down here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Watson on first down. Finding Walker, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Young. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Watson off play action. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
This is always a tricky angle for a right-footed kicker because he's trying to draw it to the center of the uprights, but instead he pushes it to the right, and it's no good.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Powell's throwing to the hands of Pitts here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Alex Highsmith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Another score from around the league, meanwhile, up in Cleveland. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Remember to... And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell. This complete to Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Howell. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. First down, Howell to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Faking the give. Now Watson on the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to work. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 15. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Steps away, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. 3rd and long, here's Howell. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Okay, ready?
After the interception, here's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throw out wide to Walker. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, it's Watson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They'll go play action. Howell. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Faking the handoff. Howell. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And once more, Howell back to the air. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Watson out to his left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So here now Sam Sloman in a big spot. This will get the lead up to 7. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Howell. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 64 yards. And the Steelers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now Watson. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need